See it here now, people. We reach question 5 on the CSEC Mathematics May 2021 paper. Alright? You see what them say so. Them say 100 students were surveyed on the amount of money they spend on data for their cell phones during a week. The table below shows the result as well as the midpoint for each class interval. So using the table, determine the modal class of the amount of money spent. Alright? So remember your statistics and so on. Them things are, them are the class. Alright? Remember, you remember what mode mean? You have to remember them, you know. Mean, median, and mode. Mode mean the most, the one that occur more often than the others. Alright? And when you say more often, it means you have the highest frequency. Frequency means how frequent. So the highest number of. So when you look on this now, number of students. You see 31 are the biggest number here. So that is the highest number of. But I know this is the answer, you know. Look for the answer. Determine the modal class. Class means the range of numbers. So at this you're going to write down. So you have 70 less than or equal to, no, did I? So let me rewrite it. 70 is less than x and less than or equal to 80. You see? So that's the modal class. See what is them say now? Calculate an estimate for the mean amount of money spent during giving your answers to correct to 2 decimal places. The mean amount of money spent, right? Now, we did copy this and put it over here so already. We're going to do some work over here so, and they want the mean. Now, remember, the mean is what we sometimes call the average or the arithmetic mean. So remember, how to calculate the mean is the total sum, the sum of everything, the sum of all the values divided by the number of values. Alright? So we see how this thing goes. First of all, some people will get this question wrong. You have certain things where they usually don't get it wrong, you know. One thing what some people might do, I look on these and say, you have 7 plus 11 plus 31 plus 29 plus 22 and divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wrong. Wrong bang, that can't work. Right? Instead, let me put the wrong bang in a reading. Can't work. And so you go. And you can't go over here, so neither. And set 55 plus 65 and so on. What happens is this, you see. Whoever made this table, you see before they make the table, then you see 55 7 times. So if you want the sum of all the values, you're going to have to say 55 plus 55 plus 55 plus 55 plus 55 plus 55 plus 55 plus, and then you say 65 plus 65 plus 65 and so on and so forth. But I'm going to take you all day. The thing is, you have 755. So what you do? Just multiply 7 by 55. So the mean, sometimes the mean, you write it with as bar x. The mean is 7 by 55 plus. And you have 11 by 65 plus 31 by 75 plus 29 by 85 plus 22 by 95. Alright? That's going to give you the total of all the values divided by the total of the frequency. Them already tell you it's 100. But anyway, we'll have a little fun and add it up. Add up the number. So 7 plus 11 plus 31 plus 29 plus 22. Alright, you see this thing what we do? It probably look familiar. Because this really come from a certain formula. What say? When you have a frequency distribution table like this, the mean is the sum of the frequency times the value x divided by the sum of the frequency. Alright? I really that to do. Frequency, I like this 7, you mean number of, and then x would be the value 55. You see? Anyway, I'm going to see what this comes to. We look at the calculator. Work with the calculator. I want to calculator now. Open not error. This will give me now. Okay, good. Alright, so we have a calculator now. So 7 times 55 plus 11 times 65 plus 31 times 75 plus 29 times 85 plus 22 times 95 equal, you have 7980. So bar x at 7980 divided by, it's supposed to give you 100. If you not give 100, then make mistake. So a 7 plus 11 plus 31 plus 29 plus 22 equal 100. We have 100. So when you divide that, you get 79.80, $79.80, the mean amount of money. Let me say, we calculate the mean amount of money, giving your answer to 2 decimal places, right? You have to put the 0 to get the second decimal place or so. Alright, so that's a part B. You see what part C say? Damien report, well, part B, 2 should I say. Damien reports that the median amount spent is $84. Briefly explain why Damien's report could be correct. The median, $84. Alright, let's see what I'm going to now. If the median is $84, then you would come in this region here, close to 85. You could draw a line across, you know. Alright, so the median or the middle number, or the number in the middle position when you arrange them in an order. If you have 7, so then 11, then 31, that means below 84 you have about 7 plus 11 plus 31. That's our now. 31 and 11, 41, 42, 42 and 7. Will give you 49. Alright? And then numbers above the 84 now. You have the number of 29 plus 22. That gives you what? 29, 39, 49, 50, 51. Alright, so you have 49 below, 51 above. Yeah, so you're about in the middle. So it could be correct. So the sum of the number of students, the sum of the frequency, in other words. So my frequency of those less than 84, and the sum of the frequency of those more than 84. About the same, right? Very close, so Damien could have been correct. So you see that? Alright, let's see part B and see what they must say. Them say, the two-way contingency table below gives information on the mode of transportation to school for 100 students, alright? Now, let me say, complete the table by inserting the missing values. Alright, what more you do? I'll pause the video and do this for me. Alright, you pause and done. Go and copy this and put it over the next screen. So, let me just copy this apart. Copy. I'm going to put it now. I just erase over here, so. Paste. Alright, good. So let me say, copy the table by inserting the, complete the table by inserting the missing values. So, let me say so now. Boy, girl, total. Well, whatever if you come here so. It's going to be right here so. Going to be the total minus 15, 23. Right, 23 minus 15. Right? 23 minus 15, that's how I know. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. That's 8. So you're right, 8, that's alright. Let me just get rid of that thing and all. So you have 8, that's all. Then, you have to go across now. You have to go across, yes, sir. So what you have is, you have 15 walk, of the boys 15 walk, 14 drive, and the total of 48, so you want too much cycle. So for the cycle part now, what you're going to have to do is say, how much walk? 15 plus how much drive, plus cycle, call it C, plus how much drive, 14 equal 48. 14 and 14 are 28 and 129. So C plus 29 equal 48. So C would have be what now? C would have be 48 minus 29. 48 minus 29, right. So that would have been 19 of them. So right, that's why 19 should come. 19 must come here, so. So you have 19 here, so. Alright. Boy, girl, total. So 26 plus 18. 26, 36, 46. That would be 26 plus 20. You drop off 2, you go down to 44. 44 and 8. How much? 44 plus 4. That's a 48. Plus 4 more. That would be 52. So our 52 must come here, so. So now, total. At the total, 23 walk, 40 drive, total of 100. So with this now, we're going to say 23 plus 40 would that be what? 63. 100 minus 63. 100 minus 63. Right? We have 63, 73, 83, 93, that's 30. That's 37 now. So you have 37. Right, that's all. Alright. So now, that is what you have. You fill in the table. Complete the table by inserting the missing values. Then it says, a student is selected at random. What is the probability that he or she is being driven to school on that day. Alright, remember probability. Probability is how many you want, right? Divided by the total number available, right? How many of them you really want over the total number available, including the ones that you want. That is just one way I put probability. But anyway, the probability that he or she is being driven is what you want to look at. So driven, 40 of them driven. What is the probability that he or she is being driven? So it's number driven over the total 100. So in this case, could I put 4 over 10 that are 2/5. The probability are 2/5. You can put it as fraction. If you want to put it as decimal, you should have a what? 2/5, 0.4. Could I put it as percentage if you want 40%. Right? But with a case like this in an exam, you can leave it as a fraction. So the probability would have be 2/5. You see? Alright. What else them say now? Now, them say, one of the girls is selected at random. What is the probability that she did not cycle to school? Girl selected at random. What is the probability that she did not cycle to school? Alright. Now, them not say. Then separate the boys and just have the girls alone and select one of them at random. The money say one of the girls is selected at random. So I'm going to assume say anybody could have get selected, whether a girl or a boy, but they just select a girl at random. What is the probability? Oh, you have that condition. One of the girls is selected at random. Oh, you select the person already. What is the probability that she did not cycle to school? Alright. So, the probability that she did not cycle to school. Okay. So, you select somebody. You select a girl. What's the probability that she did not cycle to school? Now, here. The fact that the girl did not cycle to school. You're going to have two ways to do it. You're going to consider it's a girl. Then you say a girl. And then the probability that she did not cycle. Right? The probability that she did not cycle, put a bar over the cycle, not cycle, is 1 minus the probability that she cycled. You can also consider, right, the probability that the girl did not cycle is the same as the probability that she walk or drive. The probability of walk or plus the probability that she drive. Let me look on both of them and see. Now, here, they didn't say that a student is selected at random. They would have to say what is the probability that the student is a girl and did not cycle. But I know that them say. They say a girl is selected at random. It's already selected. What is the probability that she not cycle? So the number of girls is 52. So the probability that the girls cycle is 18 over 52. That would have been what? 2 into 18, 9, 2 into 52 hour. 2 into 5, 2, 1, 2 into 6, 2 into 12, 6. 9 over 26. So, the probability that she did not cycle would have been 1 minus 9 over 26 equal. Alright, it's my calculator, so I can't really do fractions, I want a fraction calculator, that would have good. But 1 minus, open bracket, 9 over 26, close bracket, equal. We have 65.38%. 65.38%. Although in our exam, try to do it as a fraction, right? But could I even do it as a fraction? Now if you use a calculator. 1 minus 9 over 26 are the same as 26 over 26 minus 9 over 26. 26 minus 9 how much? 26 minus 6 are 20, and then 3 more, 17. Would that be 17 over 26? Are the same thing that I get, just to check. So 17 over 26 equal, right? Same 0.6538 something. But anyway, we use the first thing here, the first formula, and calculate it. So we try this now and see what would happen. The probability that she did not cycle is the probability that she walk would have been 8 over 52, or the probability that she drove 26 over 52. So we could see how this would have worked. This would have been 8 and 26. 8 and 26 forward. 26 and 4, 30, and then 34. 34 over 52. This would have been 1 out. 34 over 52. That is 34 over 52. What was the answer I made get earlier? Oh, me rub it out. My. What me rub it out for? I don't want to see it now. Let me redo the top part again. We said 26 over 26 minus over 26 minus 9 over 26, and then 26 minus 9 is 17 over 26. Alright. So then, the 34, back to this now, the 34 over 52. 2 into 34 is 17. 2 into 52, how much? 26. So at the same 17 over 26 you get, right? So basically, you have two ways to consider it. The probability that she did not cycle is 1 minus the probability that she cycled. So the probability that she cycled is 18 over 52, and then 1 minus that, right? Give you 17 over 26. Also consider the probability that she did not cycle, meaning the probability that she walked or the probability that she drove. So walk is 8 over 52 plus, mean R, that she drove, 26 over 52. And when you add them up, you get 17 over 26. Alright? Alright, so any question on that? Just let me know. I think it look like we done question 5. Alright, so that is question 5.